Hello, amazing listeners. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about the complexities of adulthood, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. I am your host, Bukola. You just stumbled on the right podcast. If you're tired of figuring out this adulthood phase all alone, now let's do it together. Busayo, describe it in one word. How has it been like making friends as an adult?
Making friends as an adult, in one word, difficult.
I would say it has been stressful, extremely stressful. So on today's episode of the podcast, we'll be talking about friendships and the struggles of making new friends as adults. I have a guest on the show and a friend of the podcast, Busayo. I think you have to introduce yourself again because there are people that are listening to us for the first time.
Hi guys, it's your girl Busayo again on favorite podcast, Becoming You. Popping, what's cracking?
To add, Busayo, we've been friends for how long now? We've been friends for 8 years. She's the best person I can bring up on the podcast. First, talk about friendship, how it has been making new friends. Before we go into the conversation, Busayo, how was your week? How are you doing?
I'm alive. We are pushing. Adulthood is dealing with us, but yeah, my week has been cool.
Warrior, you've been fighting back. Yeah, the week has just been different things have been happening here, but like I said, we're good and adulthood is adulting, and we too we're moving. Please do not forget to tell us how you're feeling, how your week has been in the comment section. It's not a rhetorical question like I used to say. So now let's just dive into the conversation of the day. Right before we dive in, let's hear what these amazing people think of the adulthood phase.
Adulthood is responsibility.
Adulthood is complicated.
Adulthood is growth.
Adulthood is maturity.
Adulthood is being independent.
Adulthood is stressful.
Adulthood has been confronting.
Adulthood is draining.
Adulthood is decision making.
Adulthood is resilient.
Adulthood is overwhelming.
Adulthood is fun and adventurous.
Remember, I'm not here to demonize this phase, but to say it as it is. Okay, so the first question is, how do you make your friends? More like, how did you meet me? How did you meet someone as good and goofy and sweet as me?
How do I make my friends? Actually, I'm not a very friendly person. I've not made a new friend in a long time. But the friends I have now, they just happen naturally, honestly. When I see someone that is my friend, I just know that this person is mine.
But we did not actually see each other before we became friends.
You were just meant to be.
Because I was special. As a teenager, yeah, like in our university days, it happened naturally. But now, I've been trying to put in so much work and it hasn't even been going well. So how has it been like making friends as an adult? Has it been happening naturally? Do you see people and you guys just move towards each other and just click the way it happened when we were in school? Or are things different now?
Things are definitely different. Like I said, I've not successfully made a real friend because I don't know, maybe like 5 years. I'm not trying though, but to make friends as an adult, you have to put in so much effort, and if you're not ready to, it's not going to. Sometimes even when you put in the effort, you just realize that it's not working because people have different thoughts, people have different needs and mentalities that are different from yours. So yeah,
I even think I've been trying, but I've not really been successful at it too. One thing is we have different schedules now, so we are not always like in the same place. For university, we're in the same department, same classes. Then my friends too from hostel, those are the people I'm stuck with. So maybe we're not just going out of our comfort zone to make new friends and to meet people. And you said something like you're not really interested in making new friends. May I know why? Is it because like I'm just so enough for you?
It's just to feel yourself too much. No, you're not enough. I don't know. You're just UK. But honestly, I think I'm just not trying because I'm not ready to put in the work. I feel like it's too stressful and I don't want to be heartbroken. Like, when you put in all the work and it still doesn't work, you get sad and then you have to try again. And then it feels like you're forcing yourself on people and all those things. I'm not ready for that kind of emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, I agree. It's an emotional roller coaster. Like coming to Brazil, I was even determined to make friends. I just ditched this Busayo. But unfortunately, I've been ditched so many times. And I think with adult friendships, people already have their cliques. We already have our own cliques too. So most people, it's very difficult for them to step out of their cliques to just meet new people. And a lot of people are really close-minded. We're just kind of confined to what we already know and what we have. Speaking about childhood friendships and adulthood friendships, so I think we met via WhatsApp. Yeah, and it was like we had so many things in common. Our birthdays are in the same month and What else?
We're from the same state. Our birthdays are like 6 days apart.
I'm older though.
Yeah. She's very old.
Get out. Yeah, but then we just felt drawn to each other by the similarities we have too. So do you think friends are supposed to be similar? Like we're supposed to make friends with only people that have like minds with us, make friends with people that are different from us so we can spice up our lives? Because like if I was friends with someone that was outside, maybe I'll be outside, but both of us are inside.
I'm an outside babe, forget.
But do you think we're supposed to make friends with people that are similar to us or people that are different from us?
Maybe not too similar, but at least you need to have some similarities. You need to have like same thoughts process. When it comes to some things, you're a feminist and then you are being friends with somebody that just believes that no, I can never be independent. Like they're totally different, and there'll be conflicts, sometimes. So even though you guys don't necessarily have to be the same, like the same birthdays, you still need to have some similarities, like your thinking and all.
Yeah, I agree with that. While you were speaking the other time, you spoke about friendship heartbreaks, like you're afraid to invest a lot emotionally in making new friends because you're scared they'll break your heart. And I came across a post yesterday on Twitter where someone was saying like how she cut off particular people from her life because she felt like she was always giving and not receiving back from them. So what do you think about letting go of friends? Have you had to let go of somebody? On what grounds would you let go of a friend?
Letting go of friends is very important if you realize that the friendship is not serving you anymore. But I've never had to let go of friends. Really, I don't get so close to people to the extent that I have to start letting go or something. We won't even get to that extent anyway, so there's no point. But I know that like for people who get really emotional, and for example now if you mess up now and I have to let go of it, it's going to be very heartbreaking.
But yeah, I think I'm the emotional person. I get really attached to people and I tend to call people my friend easily, and I've had to let go of people, to certain people, or people that hurt me. And there are times that we have people that are users. At the end of the day, I think we are all users. There has to be like a certain level of reciprocity. That is how I think. Call me petty, but my friendships are kind of built on reciprocity. Like if I feel loved by somebody, if I feel someone would do something for me, I would be ready to go over and beyond for that person too. And it's as petty as birthday posts. Like I wouldn't post somebody if they don't post me on my birthday. I wouldn't call somebody if they don't call me. Yeah, I know it's. Do you think we are supposed to let go of this way of thinking as adults?
This birthday thing, I don't understand it. Like, I don't even remember if people posted me or not, so I don't really care. But if it's something that you want and you've communicated it to the person, like, I want like to be posted on my birthday, and the person still doesn't do it, and the person doesn't really care about your feelings, it might be petty. For me, I don't see like posting and all those things as a big deal. But if I know that okay, this person is my friend and this person wants to be posted, this person wants me to post like 20 pictures of her, then so be it. As a person, I don't really care about it. But the fact that my friend, someone that I call my friend, wants it and appreciates it, doesn't really hurt me to do it.
Yeah. Do you know how I keep tabs of people that post me? I make sure I comment on the post. So when it's time for their birthday and I have to like post them, I go to check our chats to see if they actually posted me. But like you said, yeah, it doesn't hurt to compromise. You might not really care about it, but if someone you actually care about does care about the thing, I think it's normal for us to do those things to make them feel happy. And talking about letting go of people, yeah, I tend to give people so many chances because I just feel like you give people grace, because there are times that people are also having issues, personal issues that maybe you don't understand as a friend, and they can do things to hurt you in that process, so you just have to be nice to them. We mentioned that we're all users, like we're all using each other. Are you using me? I think I'm using you like this now, this podcast. Talking about that, do you think adulthood friendship is too calculated? Making friends as adults is very difficult because we are all calculating what we have to gain and what we have to get from the other person.
Yeah, it's very calculated. Maybe necessarily what you have to gain. You're also calculating how much effort you have to put into this friendship, and you're wondering if it's worth it. Like when you think about it and compare it to when we were in school, it's like we were just freestyling, there was no big deal. But now you're like, if I want to become friends with this person, we might have to hang out, we might have to do this, have to get them birthday gifts, have to remember some important things in their lives. It's very, very complicated.
It is. And you're talking about birthday gifts, it's also expensive because you have to invest your time. Like making new friends takes a lot of things from us. You have to invest your time, you have to invest your money and your resources. You have to be there for the person.
You have to be open. For me, I think that's the most difficult part. Being open again with somebody new, starting from the scratch.
It's not a relationship, Busayo, it's friendship.
It is, yeah. Friendship is a kind of relationship. That's why it's a big deal for me. It's just too deep. I don't know. I just don't want to call anybody I want to call someone my friend if I can be vulnerable with the person, and it takes a lot.
I think I need to start using the word friend less in terms of emotions and being vulnerable to people. I'm more like an open book, so I tend to just get close to people easily. Like, I just give them the tag, my friend.
And I feel disrespected when you just call anybody your friend. Am I a joke to you?
But please, you can help us define the term friendship. Is friendship not anybody you are close to? Then inside friendship we have acquaintance. Inside friendship we have best friend. Inside friendship we have closest.
We have friends. We have acquaintance. We have colleagues, classmates, workmates, roommates, neighbors. Somebody I say hi to.
Somebody I just met.
Somebody whose name I know.
Can you imagine, Busayo? You're stingy with your friendships.
Yes.
It's a good thing though, because I've had my heart broken a couple of times in the last few months because I tried to open to making new friends. They were talking about how in school we didn't have to think much about it here. It just happened, we liked each other. All of us, we had time to hang out, we had time to make sacrifices for each other. And I came across a post or a video that was saying that, as adults, we are unable to make friends because we just feel like it should happen the way it happened when we were younger. And it's not happening like that anymore because people have different priorities now. As an individual, you're thinking about finances, you're thinking about your relationship, you have so many other things you have to.
You're even scared of your future.
Yeah, you're also scared of your future and all. That means making friends as adults, the key point is you have to compromise on a lot of things, like not being selfish with your time and not being selfish with your space and not being selfish with you. You have to open up to people.
Yeah, and as much as you are trying to be selfless, you also have to think about yourself. You just have to find that balance, which is very, very difficult. Like, it's very easy to cross the line between being selfless and just forgetting about yourself because you have a lot of things to do. Some of us are working and studying and thinking about our future and trying to correct our past and all those things, and then you are trying to remember a lot of things about your friends. It can be very complicated. You have to make compromises.
Have you felt used by a friend before?
Me? Used? Let me think about it. Let me not just write it off though. I don't think so. I feel like I don't allow myself to be used because I
always guide.
Waiting go come do my stints.
Maintaining composure.
So I just, at the beginning, right, when I'm doing things for you, I expect some things to be done in return. So immediately I realized that you are not reciprocating. Now I'll cut you off.
I also believe in reciprocity, but thinking about it now, does that not make our friendships purely transactional? Because if you do something for me now and I'm not doing it back to you, for instance, probably give me birthday gifts and I'm not financially buoyant to give you something on your birthday, would you feel like I'm not worthy to be called a friend because I didn't do that?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. It's not even about gifts. It's about you don't necessarily have to do the same thing that I do for you, right? If I go all out for you, I'm not about money, I'm talking about my time and everything, and then one time I need you and you are unable to, it's different. But I see that you are able to, but you just don't feel like I deserve it, or you just don't see it as a big deal. I'm not a very communicative person, right? But if I tell you that, oh, this thing hurt me, I wished you would have done this for me, and then you still do not do it the second time, bro, it's gone.
The only time I felt used before, and was when I had a friend that only comes to me whenever they need emotional support. They come to me to rant, and that's the only time they remember me. After ranting, they go MIA, and this particular person is never there for me to rant to. So I actually felt I was being used. I didn't even see it on time, safe.
Exactly, it's things like that. It's not about money, it's just about being there, just being available, just listen. You don't necessarily have to see anything. Like if I'm giving you listening ears, because when people rant to you, it's actually takes a toll on you emotionally too, because you are trying to find the right words. You already have your own problems. So if I want to rant to you, why can't you just be there for me?
I think it's even the barest minimum. So people are actually very selfish when it comes to using other people. They just want to take from others and they're never ready to give out. Yeah, I want to talk about something I discovered recently and it really caught me unaware. What do you think about making friends with the opposite sex? Especially probably for someone who is in a relationship.
But generally, making friends with the opposite sex in this generation that we are in, this our Gen Z generation, it's hard. It's very difficult.
Why do you say so?
Because many people, many young guys, I don't know if I should say men, they just assume that there's nothing like platonic relationships with a girl. At some point, they might end up just being your friends, but at the beginning, at some point in the relationship, you might not even know as a lady, they must have nursed a kind of weird feelings. Their first approach to you might just be about that. Then maybe when they realize that, okay, there's nothing, then they'll just stay and just become your friend. Or at some point during the relationship, the friendship, they would have nursed one kind of weird feeling in quotes, and then if they see that it's not going to work, you continue being friends. But at some point, it comes up.
Okay, do you think they are being bad people by having feelings for the girl, or something that is bound to happen because you guys are opposite sex and you guys are supposed to be attracted to each other if you spend time together?
It's not good feelings. They just, can I talk?
You can talk.
It's not good feelings. It's not as if, oh, I like this girl, I really like to date her or something. Like, I might chop this one self now. That's the kind of feeling. So it's not a good one. If it's just like, oh, you're friends with somebody and then the emotions start to grow, which can happen, it's not a big deal. And then if you guys realize, oh, it cannot work and we continue to be friends. But usually it's not that. Most times, I'm not saying that all the time, but usually it's just sexual, what's it called, thoughts that they have towards you, not good ones.
God's one is thought of good and not of evil, but the guy is not evil and of good. See, on this matter, I'm on the fence because I just feel like it's easier to make friends with guys than with girls. Do you think so?
We think it is. Like, I used to be someone that used to say, oh, I like making friends with guys. I always thought that, oh, making friends with guys is better. You can talk to them, blah, 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 blah. But I've realized that it just wants to chop. And when they realize that they don't get what they want, sometimes they just change and start acting up, and you start feeling like you're the problem. Of course, there are guys that make friends, like platonic friendship with girls, and they are cool and there's nothing, but it's not very common. It's rare.
Yeah, I'm pushed to believe. Yeah, during my NYC year, from all the friends I made 4 boys and 1 girl. So I made more guys. Till now, none of them have like crossed the boundary. But in the last 1 year, I've learned a lot about male friendships because I had a particular experience that I want to share on this podcast that I found it really weird. Okay, so I met this person, a male friend, of course, and I even met this person in the library. And the person goes, oh, you love to study, and I felt we could connect on like book stuff, book friend, and we didn't even really chat. There was no chatting, there was nothing, and during a conversation I just told the person that, oh, I'm in a very committed relationship, I'm in a serious relationship. And this person goes, why would you be talking to me if you're in a serious relationship? And I'm like, yo, calm down. Why shouldn't I talk to somebody else? Am I not supposed to make friends if I'm in a relationship? Am I supposed to be caged to my relationship? I was like, I don't do friendship. That was the first time I was like, what do you mean by you don't do friendship? It was like, unless it's more than like us being platonic friends, that it doesn't do friendship. I felt so disgusted because if you're ever looking at it, this person never told me that, oh, they liked me or they loved me or anything like that. I felt like the only value the person saw in me was sexual, and I felt really offended by it.
Exactly, that's what I was saying, that the thoughts are not even the thoughts of like, oh, I like this girl, I really want to get to know her or whatever. They just want to have sex, and it's really disgusting because you start to see yourself like, wait, is that all I am? Is that all I have to offer? I can be intelligent too, I can be fun. Do you understand? So of course, like I said, there are guys that are better than that. This one that I talked about, the guy is trash.
He's very trash, and I put him in his place immediately. I'm still angry.
But the point is there are lots of trash guys like this.
Yeah, sadly there are. And I think you have to do better. So I think someone even used one adage to describe the relationship between opposite sex, like so it doesn't have to always be like see, chop and clean out, that kind of thing. You guys can actually vibe. It could be a kind of like connect, a kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be, I can be at your wedding, you can be at my wedding. It doesn't have to be sexual all the time. You guys, please, let's ladies be free-minded and let us be able to make friends with you, and you can make friends with us. How strategic do you think we should be as adults? Do you think we should your friends choose you, or should you choose your friends? If someone walks up to you, should you size the person up front, try to know that, okay, can this person be useful to me in any way? If yes, look at you, just give it a chance and see how it happens. And if no, you detach yourself from the person. Is that how it should be, or should we be open to meeting everybody? How strategic should we be?
First of all, should my friends choose me? Yes, baby, I'm the prize. But on a more serious note, you can't just write people off from the first appearance. Like, you're looking at them, you can't just like, oh, this person can never be useful to me. Like, it does not make sense. The person might not even be your ideal kind of friends, and then you guys will end up clicking, and then you guys will work things out. And about being useful, when you use that word useful, it's like, I know that we are all using ourselves, so but
You should not come directly and say it that way.
it sounds like if you cannot offer me anything, get out. But yeah, I feel like if you're looking out to make friends, you should not write people off from the first appearance, like, oh, this person is this. Talk to the person, get to know them. They might not even be in the same field as you are, they might not even know some things that you know, but they would always, everybody has their own advantage, you know. Like sometimes you even need comic relief in your life. The person might just be in your life as,
You know, I noticed that I've been having like older friends. Older people, like new friends I've been making. The kind of people I click with are people that are older than me. I don't know if probably, you know, I'm so matured and they just see what you guys don't see in me, and they
I wish someone could see myself.
So yeah, I'm really open to making friends of like with people in different fields, you know, in different parts of the world. So like one's life can be interesting. You know, when you have serious things, you have people that will just make you feel happy. When you're sad, people you can just vibe with on different levels and different frequency. So yeah, I think you should not write people off. And at the same time too, when we talk about strategy, I feel like the kind of strategy we should have is to just identify if the person will be toxic to us. For me now, I don't really entertain people that are too forward, because I feel like they will jump on the next person they find or the next person that comes around.
Well, that's true. Talking about strategy and knowing the kind of people to cut off, the kind of people that I would not even give a chance in my life, people that I feel like they always act like they know it all. You can never know it all. You might be very smart or whatever in your field, but there will definitely be fields where you have to keep quiet and learn. I feel like people like that are not teachable. I would not like to make friends with someone that is not teachable, that feels like they cannot learn anything from me. You might feel like you are more intelligent than I am, but I feel like there's some things that I'll probably know more than you, and I would like to talk to you about it. But if you feel like, I'm the smartest, before you say this, yes, and shut the F up and listen to me.
Yeah. Aside from that too, I think I don't like people that always want to be the star in their room. Like, let your friends shine. The sky is big for everybody to fly in. So people that just always like to be the main character, so are people that I just feel like we might be good from a distance, but we can't be together because I also want to shine. Sorry, I can't be friends with somebody that always wants to be in the spotlight while their friends are just behind them cheering them up. As in,
I will not put it behind you. No, my glory must shine too.
So like, I just think if we want to be strategic, we can just pick out the bad eggs and, you know, open ourselves up to other people, and we don't have to always size people up. Oh, are they using iPhone 13? Are they using iPhone 15?
Nothing I've ever heard.
But you know, people do it.
I know people do it.
What is it that you wanted to say?
Because
will you get into trouble? Okay, let's leave it. This is a very peaceful podcast. Anyways, yeah, so you don't have to size people by material things. They might not have up to you materially, but they have up to you in other ways. Or they can complement you. Exactly. You guys can complement each other and just help each other grow, help each other flourish. Okay, so talking from your experience and, you know, your fears in making new friends, do you think you're actually open to making new friends in the future? Do you look forward to it? Is this something you look forward to? You said you've not been putting in effort. Do you think you would allow yourself to put in more effort, you know, moving forward? So just, even if your heart to be broken, I mean, you will heal. Is it something you consider, or you're close, you don't really appreciate it? Like, probably if it will happen in the weirdest coincidental way possible.
I'm open to meeting new people and getting to know new people, but friendship, I just feel like I'm still waiting for it to happen the way it happened when I was a teenager. Naturally, no stress, we just click and we vibe, and yeah, I feel like it can still happen like that.
Do you think so? Because the only successful friend, not really the only, but like one of the major successful friendship I've been able to make since last year, the person actually puts in the work. I don't know if I told you, the person that's trying to steal me away from you, she actually puts in the work. Like, we met.
Not rich.
We met and she sent me like Christmas text, the very sweet text, you know, telling me how she was so lucky to meet me, and you know.
Is that what you want? Ordinary Christmas text.
She sent me another one for New Year.
Send you good morning text every day.
She sent me another one for New Year, and I just felt like drawn to her, and I just felt close to her. Then, you know, we started opening up to each other, because if she had not put in that work, I wouldn't have done it and wouldn't be friends today. So at sometimes, so I think maybe we have to do something.
You're cheap, get out.
Is that your moral lesson from the story I just shared?
Yes.
I think it has been a very interesting conversation. And to wrap it up, I'll be asking you 2 more questions. One, do you think you've been lucky with friends?
Yeah.
I've been lucky with friends too. I have good people around me, people that care, and I don't really have so many friendship heartbreak stories. The ones I have are people that I got carried away by them, and
They're just trying to cheat on me, and you got messed up.
Then the last one, describe your current friends with 2 words.
My friends, if I'm trying to be sweet, like when we're trying to be fake and all, I think they are sweet and cute.
How would I describe them? I'll describe them as intelligent.
I'm not one of them.
Yes. Intelligent and delicious.
Yeah.
We are sweet. Good looking, delicious, sumptuous. That's the word. Well, thank you guys for sticking with us to the end of the podcast. It was really fun having this conversation with my friend, and I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Let me know how it has been like making friends as adults. Do you find it easy, or do you think it's something that... Are you close to making friends like Busayo, or are you really open to making friends like Buki? Let me know in the comment section. Bye-bye.
Orebi Jesu.
Sign out of this podcast. Is my podcast, yo.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me again.
Bye-bye. Thanks for listening. Catch you on the next episode. Do not forget to live every moment and leave no room for regrets. Remember to follow this channel so you get notification whenever I drop a new episode. Thank you. Bye.